Alright, so guys, welcome back to another video. Back at it again at Dance Kennedy. Nothing really new going on today. Still got the BMX bike. I'm still riding that. That's what I mean. Because I still haven't got any word on when the fatty's done. So, so I'm really hoping it's gonna be done tomorrow. So I can get it back and run and get it, hopefully. So I can ride it on Wednesday at least. Which also the bike shop just opened too. So, I'm keeping my hopes up that I get something today or, whatever. Because, like I said, I kind of want to get the fat tire back. So, I can ride that and whatever, and so on and so forth. I even thought about taking Dad's bike today and riding down to, doing the hood tour through the, in the little neighborhood by the NEI warehouse. But I don't know. So, so I'm hoping I get that back relatively soon. And I can give the BMX bike a break. Which the BMX bike just came out of a break, so it's deserved to be used, so. I had to pull it down and fix the fucking tube. So I got it down, tires fucking flat, which is weird because I know the last time I had the bike out, the BMX bike, I had put air in the tires and put it away there hard, which I expected over time, them to go soft, at least go soft. So the rear one was soft, which was expected. Then the goddamn front one was like completely flat. I'm like, what the fuck, you know? So then I kind of just like put air in it so I could ride. Riding around, get home, you know, starting to get back towards home with lunch and whatever. The fucking tire's soft again. You know, getting soft, and I could take the palm right underneath, you know, between my thumb and wrist, you know, that part of my hand. Push down on the tire, I can almost push, you know, touch the fucking rim. You know, pushing down on the tire. And I'm like, what the fuck? So then I'm, you know, looking at it, whatever. So I eat lunch, look at it. You know, I pull the wheel off. You know, it's the front tire that's soft. You know, so then I pull the wheel off, unbead the tire, you know, just halfway so I could pull the tube out. You know, so I drain the air out of the tube so I can get it off the wheel, off the rim, and out of the tire. And put the Schrader valve back in it. That's what it's called for that style tube, because they make Presta valves, which they make inner tubes with Presta valves, and then Presta valves for tubeless tires. And then they make Schrader valves for tubeless tires too, I guess so. So now I'm pumping out the tube outside of the tire. Now I'm fucking running through it, not finding anything, you know, just by feel. You know, so I go in the house and grab my spray bottle with the soapy water that I have the soapy water in. And I'm spraying the whole fucking tube, and I'm running through. I heard something go, I'm like, up against my hand. I'm like, sprayed that area and the fucking pinhole in the tube. So I finally got it fixed, fixed it on my own, which is a big win for me. Because I've never done a tube, I have never patched a tube before, so. So then that was a win for me because I patched my own tube. So then what I did was I put a different tube in the tire, in the tire. So now it's fine. Then I ended up patching because I put the tube or a different tube in so I can at least, if I didn't get to patching the tube that had the hole in it right away, I had at least had it marked where it was, and then I could just do it at a later date, but I ended up doing it the same day. So so I patched it, put it back in the back garage as a spare, and because I've already destroyed one tube with this bike, so, and I'm using it for rubber bands now. So what you do with old tubes, because with the tube that I destroyed in this bike, what you do is so what I did was I ripped the valve stem out. So then what I did is I fucking cut the part with the hole out. Which, granted, yeah, I could have just used that as a rubber band too, but you know, that was already a weak spot because the valve stem got torn out when I was trying to get the valve stem cap off. So then what you do is you cut, make a cut through the whole tube, so then it's one long piece. Then you just start at whatever end, and you roll it up, so it's not making, you don't have a mess made out of it and whatever. And you take the end that you can get at and cut whatever size rubber bands you need. You need a thin one, just cut what you need, bam, bam, bam. Instead of buying the pre-made shit from, like, let's say Walmart or office store, like Office Depot, Office Max, Walgreens, which I know they have. I know Walgreens has office supplies. Dollar stores, I believe, some dollar stores anyway do have office supplies. Walmart, like I said, Best Buy, maybe. Instead of buying actual rubber bands for being in the garage, those fucking dry out real fast once they start getting dealt with the weather, or dealing with the weather and whatever, and they get weak and brittle and crap real fast. So, but anyway, guys, I'm gonna end the video here, get some riding done before I go get some lunch. So, see you guys in the next video.